Tank Destroyer 14 cost 20% of the damage made by your team, win the game and survive. I would recommend lower tiers, and especially fellas, whenever your team is capping the base, right, and those first moments in the encounters, you can complete this mission with the 2 shots. It happens sometimes, right? If your team decide to go into the cap and you are sitting somewhere where enemies are making mistakes, you can complete it easily like this. All in all, obviously, you can go a bit higher tier, but higher tier you go more damage you need to do, and I think lower tiers are kind of a sweet spot. I can't remember with what I have completed it because I think I had many attempts, but soon you are going to figure everything out. Let's go. Aha, skill seal clubbing once again. Listen fellas, I'm doing this for mission. As you can see, Tank Destroyer 14, once again what you need to do 20% total amount of the damage caused by your team. Obviously you need to win and you need to survive, so hear me out. There is very easy math how to check the things out. First of all, as you can see, we can check out how many hit points enemies has in the start of the game. In this kind of situation, enemies has 9,200 hit points flat, right? Let's call it this way. What that means, roughly calculating, all we need to do 1,800 damage or something, right? Let's make it 2,000 flat, right? That's all we need to do in order to complete this mission, right? So this is the main reason why I recommend to play with the lower tiers, because if you will have this kind of situation, 2000 damage with a tier 6 is not a rocket science, right? In certain situations you can complete that very easily, and you can make sure enemies will regret their life choices whatever they decide to do in the game, right? And that's all you need to do in order to feel great. Now, if we would talk about tier 10 matchmaking, sometimes in the tier 10 matchmaking there is so many hit points, it is truly hard to do something. Let's say there is 30,000 hit points, so 20% of the 30,000 hit points is 6,000. It is significantly harder to do that in the higher tier, especially if you are a newer player compared to simply do 2,000 in the tier 6, whenever enemies are more likely to make a mistake and more likely to be sent back to the garage, right? So yeah. Anyways, while I'm explaining this, I have a news for you fellas. We have 1,200 damage. So pretty much all we need to do at this point, we need to get extra 3 shots and we are pretty much done. This is how easy this mission is with the lower tiers, right? Take the correct tank, be a bit aggressive, and you are going to be completely fine, and you will be able to send enemies back to well-deserved garage, if I can say so. And yes, we are paying attention on the maxi map. We are seeing Kava 85 trying to be aggressive towards our team, and you know what? We are prepared for him. We have no doubts whatsoever he's just going to go in, and oh boy, he does go in. Fellas, officially we are sitting pretty well. We need one more shot of damage and we are pretty much done with this mission. Unfortunately, we managed to track Kava 85, but it doesn't really change absolutely anything because we are feeling great. 1,700 damage dealt. Skill, have you completed the mission yet? Skill, have you completed the mission yet? No, we are not done. We are still missing 1 shot. Score is 6-3. What do you think, fellas? Is it possible to get 1 more shot until this game will be over? Well, considering how long games are going, we might struggle a bit. Or are we? Peeking sideways just like so, trying to snapshot. Unfortunately, we are missing our shot, but that is completely fine. We are going together with Kava 1. Kava 1 is taking 1 for the team, and we are his gun in a way. We are his support. By the way, mission is done. That's all we needed to do. Obviously, we still need to survive and we still need to win, but at this point when I know mission is done, I can calm down a bit. I can be tiny touch more passive in a way, right? And I think this is kind of correct way to do the things. I'm just making sure this type 64 is not trying to flank me around, right? Because he actually could do that and he could wait until I am going to mess up. but by the looks of it, he was simply waiting until cover 1 will try to make a bit of pressure. Good, thank you very much, we appreciate you. We are going to follow our cover 1, right? I know we have completed the mission, I know we do not need to take any silly goose risks whatsoever, and at this point, we are going to scare this Type 64. I am saying, come here. There is no way you are going to escape from this, so you better run. And Type 64 is... Type 64 crashed. Well, luckily, fellas, luckily, we have our damage done already, because other than that, I would cry in the corner and I would say, why? Meanwhile, we are getting spotted. That means enemies have a sniper schnitzel in the back, and it happened to be Archer. We are making sure we are securing extra shot of damage, and at this point, obviously, I do not need to do absolutely anything. I know the Archer is getting spanked by our teammates, and I know if Sue will peek, we are going to finish him off, right? There is no way he's going to spot us. Meanwhile, I have high explosives loaded, cheeky high explosives for Arta, to give a bit of his own medicine, if you know what I mean, and I'm waiting until he will get spotted. He's getting spotted, I'm taking second to aim, and... done. Done, fellas. That's all we needed to do to complete Tank Destroyer 14 mission. Not that hard, right? Obviously, it's still T-55A mission, but I believe we are going to use the similar strategy for 260 as well. Now, looking into the score, we finished the game with the first class. We got ourselves high caliber. Obviously, mission completed because we did the maths in the start, right? We needed 1.9 thousand damage or so, and in the end of the day, we survived the game. We won 2.5 thousand damage. We are first by experience, we are first by the damage. Overall, it was a solid play with a Jackson. We played with this tank as a heavy tank and it paid off, and we made 15,000 profits. Fellas, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed yourself. I hope I could give you some tips and tricks how to complete the missions with a percentage of the damage easier, and lower tiers are the way to go. So thank you very much for everything, and see you very, very soon. Skill is out for today. Peace.